Questions of the week. That's right.
We got a couple of questions here real quick. First, Lion Tamer, any tips for trout stock lakes with lots of weeds? Just started fishing, has a 6.6 spinning reel, 10-pound test, issues with casting far, getting hung up and stuff like that. Anybody got any thoughts on that?
First, if you want to cast farther, get a longer rod, typically, something over 7 foot. When you say weeds, are they just weeds that you're snagging on the bottom, or are they weeds that are up in the top of the water? Because top of the water, it's just hard. But if there's something down on the bottom, use a float. Use a a real small treble hook and some the dough baits that they make for trout. I forgot the brand name, but they're out there. Corn too. If they're being stocked, then corn, throw that on a hook too. Trout will eat that too. That's my experience with them.
They also make weedless lures. You can worth trying. They're what they are is the hook has a little metal wire that'll stick out to the point of the hook to kind of like brush weeds off. Or you can also bury the hook if it's a soft plastic. Grant's like the guy who knows more about this than anyone, but you can bury the hook into a soft plastic in such a way that it's it doesn't hook into the weeds, makes it a little bit more of a weedless setup.
Yeah. Living Minnesota says 4 to 6 pounds for trout. That's good.
Yeah, I was gonna say lighter line, either split shot or get something to give you some weight, or a weighted bobber.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're using a bobber, usually put a small split shot underneath it anyways and get it to stand up right.
Yeah. Next up, we got panelists. Hey, guys, and I got a picture accompanying this in just a second. I'm a newbie, been trying to catch a fish in several attempts without any luck. It's always something wrong, brought in terms of setup. The lure is usually too big. Fish doesn't bite the lures at all. In the Philippines, let me see.
Fish tend to
booked a trip to a place, and they got the picture of the lake here. Curious what anybody's thoughts here as to fishing, like if you have a spot like this with these kinds of conditions.
Oh shit! What happened? Did I change that or did you?
No, that wasn't me, but there you go.
Target fish is largemouth bass. Oh, okay. Fish ready conditions.
If you're going too big, I mean, it doesn't hurt to have a couple of lures that are, that you're going to need to try out. You're going to need to switch them out, play with different things. Water conditions like clarity,
time of day,
direction, season. That all really plays into this heavily.
Yeah. Bass, there's so many options. You top water if you dusk or dawn, frogs, spoons, rattle. I mean, there's so many options for bass.
Yep.
3 rods, 2 spinning, 1 cast.
Kayak. Spinner baits.
Yeah.
Of course, it never hurts to try with just live bait. If you can get yourself a live bait around the areas that you're looking at, you want to keep them kicking. They need to be bouncing all over the place. It needs to be a lively bait, but that'll also draw them in.
Yeah.
And then go from there. See what works and try your artificials based on what worked.
Yeah. Can't argue with that.
That's what I would do, honestly, is I would try some live baits, see what works with the live baits, and then if I'm going to go artificial, I'm going to go based on that.
Yeah.
Small, and then work your way up. Wild Japan, that's good advice.
The bass purists will not like you for using live baits either.
And you're watching this after the fact. There's a lot of people saying stuff in the chat over here to give you some advice on that as well.
Definitely.
The Goth Farmer, what state are you in? Or what country? I like it.
Yeah. Next up, Pepe Fische says, hey, everyone, the other day I accidentally killed a bluegill because I gut hooked it. My pliers couldn't get the hook with the barb out. Does anyone have tips for getting the hooks out, especially with a barb, of a smaller fish's mouth? I feel like shit, and I don't want to have it weigh on me when I fish. I had to bring this up because I just think that's, his mind is in the right spot. I really appreciate that somebody has like a concern for even, for just, fishing in that kind of way. So I wanted to bring this up for everybody to kind of take a look at. My thought is first and foremost, and I know this is probably not what you want to be doing with bluegills, but obviously it needs to be said, circle hooks are wonderful for this. They're good about not gut hooking.
Yeah.
Yeah, get some needle nose pliers or some hemostats, something.
Yeah. And
Hemostats.
sometimes you're just not going to be able to save them.
Yeah. When that happens, put the fish to good use. Even if it's tiny, eat it. I'm a big, I will collect them for cat food at the very least. My animals are going, the pets in the house and everything are going to benefit off of the fishing that we do as well.
Good points. Good points.
Nothing goes to waste. We try to reduce waste as much as possible. It's tough with bluegill. Set the hook sooner is the best way to avoid a good call on that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, keep them from swallowing the hook.
Yeah. Even if you have to upsize your hook a little bit, make it harder for them to swallow the whole hook.
True. Yeah, good call on that. Upsize
You
the
get
hook.
more missed bites, but still.
Hope that